This brother Yaaz back with another lesson. Before I get started, I want to give all the praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Sai, Bahashem, Harakar Kadas. Double honors to the apostles of GMS who ruled well and taught me the truth. And peace and salutation to your Akim across the four corners of the globe, preaching this gospel in truth and sincerity. All right, this is just a little news break. We're going to go through some news clips and see what's in the news, man, and see what the Lord has done and what he's doing. Okay. Habakkuk 2:1. I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower and will watch to see what he will say unto me and what I shall answer when I am reproved. So the watchtower in the ancient days, okay, we would be on the watchtower to watch for danger, all right, and we would blow the horn and warn the people. And now the prophets are back and we're on our watchtower, all right, and we're watching the news, all right, and filtering it through the scriptures, okay? We're filtering the prophecies through the scriptures, okay? And the Lord is going to bring disaster, man, in these latter days, okay? He's gonna bring storms, tempests, hurricanes, floods, okay, war, earthquakes, civil unrest, all right, all manners of evil, okay? And so that's what the prophets are here for, man. We watch what's going on in the world, and then we filter it through the scriptures, okay? So we're on our watchtower, man, all right? And you should be doing what we doing, okay? All right, we see what's going on, and so we're getting our house in order, man. All right, the Lord has reproved us, so now we're watching. All right, praying, fasting, looking out to see what's going on, and we're warning the people, man. That's what a prophet does, man. He watches for the prophecies and he warns the people, okay? All right, and we're warning the elect, man. 2/3 of Israel ain't gonna get this, and nor do they want this. And it says, verse 2. And the Lord Yahweh answered me and said, write the vision. What is the vision? The scriptures, man. Lamentation, mourning, and woe. That's this Bible. All right. The prophecies. All right. Prophecy means to say before, man. The things that are happening in the world, man. We looking for them. And we warning people when we see things happening. And make it plain upon tables. All right. The tables is the Bible. All right, that he may run that readeth it, man. And if you see the prophecies going on, you're supposed to be reporting on it. All right, you're supposed to be reporting on it. Okay. Verse 3, for the vision is for appointed time, the prophecies is for appointed time, but at the end of the world, it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry, okay? So it may seem like it's tarrying, it's delaying, but no, these prophecies are popping off like popcorns, man. It will not delay, man. All right, so let's look at some news, and we'll come back and break it down.
Floodwaters ravage Iowa, Minnesota, and South Dakota. Good evening. I'm Nora O'Donnell, and thank you for being with us. Millions of Americans are under threat as rivers continue to rise, with some reaching record levels. Hundreds of homeowners have fled to higher ground as authorities brace for even more rain. The record flooding has reached the rooftops of buildings, cut off entire neighborhoods, and shut down roads and major highways. And new tonight, authorities are warning that a key dam in Minnesota is in danger of an imminent failure. That is a breach that could lead to a mass evacuation. Now, all this as dangerous heat bakes more than a dozen states, where it will feel like 110 in several cities. We have team coverage of the wild weather, and CBS's Jonah Kaplan will start us off.
In farm country, rain is usually a blessing, but not like this.
Where do you start?
Jeremy and Sarah Fry took us inside their home as they searched for anything they could salvage. Which part is so distressing?
The memories, our marriage license,
our photo albums are down in our
everything downstairs.
Items can be replaced, but not that stuff.
The Little Sioux River is cresting nearly 6 feet above its previous record. This neighborhood in Spencer, it's about a half a mile away from the Little Sioux River, and already you can see how high the water was and how much lower it's gotten. Those cars were fully submerged. Still, the disaster, it's really only just begun. Most of these folks here, they don't have flood insurance, including Stephanie Henrich, who runs a center for sexual assault victims and a food bank.
We help people.
Right.
And now, for the first time in a long time, I'm asking for help.
An hour to the west in Rock Valley, a levee gave way, another rush of water pouring into this town of 4,000 residents. In Mankato, Minnesota, this 110-year-old dam failed. The state's governor calling out the National Guard.
We have about 18 inches of rain over the last couple of weeks. What's happened is we've inundated the ground, and I think the term people are using is unprecedented.
Another term they're using is united. Back in Spencer, Mark and Cindy Hinton just lost their home of 35 years.
We'll get through it. No, we always do. 48 years we've been through a lot of things, and we'll get through this.
Despite the waters receding here, there are still flood warnings from the National Weather Service for about a dozen waterways, and they all flow into the Mississippi and Missouri rivers, both of which are still rising. And as if that wasn't enough, there are still risks of storms this week. Nora?
Jonah Kaplan, thank you for being there.
Psalms 83 and 15. So persecute them with thy tempest and make them afraid with thy storms, man. All right. And the Lord is definitely persecuting you Edomites and you 2/3 with the tempest, man. All right. And the word tempest, it goes into storms, man. Whirlwinds, tornadoes, hurricanes, cyclones, floods, mudslides. Okay. Let's get that word right quick. And this is beautiful, man. The Lord is visiting you, you wicked ass people, man. Tempest.
Strong's page 5591. First reading. Se'er.
Se'er.
Se'er. Second reading. Se'ara. Se'ara.
All right, and it means tempest, storm, whirlwind, tempest, and that water, it rained so much that it flooded, man. All right, one of the levees broke, the dams broke up there. Okay, all right, and that's causing a disaster, man, and that's a headache for them people. And most of them don't even have water insurance, so they're not covered on their houses, man. All right, and that's beautiful, man. All right, they suffering. They're going through hell, man. All right, and the Lord has done this. Okay, the Lord has done this. Okay, let's read it in the NLT. Psalms 83 and 15. Chase them with your fierce storm. Now, that's a fierce storm, man, when you create all of that water and flood it that high, man, and ruin all of those houses, and those people don't have no water storm protection. Okay, they don't have no flood insurance. All right, so you see Esau. Oh, we're gonna get through this. That's their. They think they're always gonna survive, man. That's their American Edomite pride, man. No, you're not gonna get through this. The Lord is gonna keep coming. Okay, with more disasters, more storms, more floods, more hurricanes, more, and they have a heat wave going on. Okay, so it's unprecedented heat and it's unprecedented storms and floods. All right, and the Lord is making this happen. He's visiting you people. Isaiah 29 and 6. Thou shalt be visited of the Lord Yahweh of hosts with thunder and with earthquakes and great noise, with storm and tempest and the flame of devouring fire. So these people are being visited, man. They're being punished. Let's get that word visited. We're going to break this down all the way down.
Strong's H 6485.
Pakad. Okay, number 1, under the outline and biblical usage, it says to attend, muster, number, reckon, visit, punish. You see, the Lord is punishing you wicked ass Edomites and you other nations in 2/3. He's punishing you people. Okay? And it don't stop, baby. It don't stop. All right. Now let's read it again. The Lord is visiting you. He's punishing you, okay, with storms, mudslide, floods, hurricanes, tornadoes, cyclones, earthquakes, fires, forest fires. All right, all of this is the Lord, man. Thou shalt be visited, thou shalt be punished of the Lord Yahweh of hosts. All right, the Lord of heavenly armies, okay, Yahweh of hosts, with thunder and with earthquakes and great noise, man. Those thunders, those hurricanes, that bring great noise, man, and they're terrible, okay? And look at all the disaster it's bringing to those cities. And great noise with storm and tempest and the flame of devouring fire, man. Okay, so this is the work of the Lord, man. He got his spirits, all right, according to Sirach 39 and 28. And those spirits are spirits of vengeance, man. And they love to do shit like this, create disasters, create storms, earthquakes, hurricanes. They love it. They love it. This is what they do, all right. And call Halal Yahweh Shem Yahushai. All right, let's go see what else is in the news.
More than 1,300 people have died this year during this year's Hajj pilgrimage in Saudi Arabia. That's according to Saudi authorities. Roughly half of those were from Egypt, and 2 of the dead were from the U.S. The official cause of death has not yet been confirmed, but heat was likely a factor, with daily high temperatures hitting 115 degrees. The 5-day pilgrimage has at times seen more than 2 million people travel to Saudi Arabia and is one of the 5 pillars of Islam.
So as you can see, they had a heat wave in Saudi Arabia hitting 115 degrees, man. 1,300 people died, man. Call Halal Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man. The Lord is doing his thing, man. All right, he's using this weather, man, to punish you people, man. Okay. Now, yesterday, Russia had a terror attack, all right, on 2 synagogues in 2 different cities, and it's saying that 20 people died and 15 people were police officers. Okay, and this is the Lord mustering these leaders to go to war with America. So let's check this out, because Russia had blamed this terror attack yesterday on America. And also they had a terror attack a few months ago with the theater, and over 100 people died watching a movie, I believe. Okay, and that was America. America called that one before it happened. So they're just pushing the bear, and that's the Lord stirring the Russians up, man. All right, the Medes up. All right, so they can go to war, man, putting them in that old Soviet Union spirit. So let's just look at this gunfire, this suit out, and we'll come with a scripture.
Сегодняшний день для Дагестана стал днем трагедии. И не только для Дагестана, а для всей нашей страны. Беспрецедентные по своему цинизму были совершены сегодня террористические акты в отношении культовых объектов. В столице Дагестана, Махачкале, и древнейшем городе Дербент. Безусловно, мы понимаем, кто стоит за организацией этих террористических атак. Мы понимаем, какой цели организаторы пытались добиться.
Hey, and if you notice in all of these reports that I'm bringing out, All of it is unprecedented. Once you go into that word unprecedented, that's like something that never happened before, okay? This is unprecedented, okay? This stuff doesn't go on. It's not regular, okay? It's out of the ordinary. And that's the Spirit of the Lord, man. Doing unprecedented things, man. Things you never seen before is happening now, man. All right? It says Isaiah 13 and 17, behold, mean look, I will stir up the Medes. The Medes is the Russians, okay? Against them which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it. See, these Russians don't care about your money, man. They gonna shoot missiles over here on Babylon, man. All right, because they're being stirred up right now, but pretty soon, all right, Putin's gonna have an evil thought, man, and he gonna press that button. All right, but right now you stirring up the bear. All right, getting them back into that old Soviet Union spirit, man, that hardcore spirit. And you Americans are not ready. Ezekiel 38 and 4. And I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth. And when you put hooks in the fist jaws, man, you basically got control of it. You can move it wherever you want. All right, so the Lord said, I will turn you back and put hooks into thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth, and all thy enemies, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields, all them handling swords, man. So the Lord is putting these Russians back in that old Soviet Union spirit and preparing them for war, man. And they got all their army, their tanks and everything ready, and their defense mechanisms and their shields ready, man. All right. And guess what? They're going to have a company of their allies with them. Verse 5. Persia, Ethiopia, and Libya with them. All of them with shields and helmets, man. So all of these countries coming with their weapons. Persian is the Iranians. All right. And they've been fucking with Iran. America, Israel, been fucking with Iran. So they're going to join forces with Russia. Verse 6. Gomor. Gomor is Turkey. Turkey's going to join forces with Russia. And all of his bands in the house of Tergamor of the north quarters, and all his bands and many people with thee, man. All right. It says, be thou prepared and prepare for thyself. That's why Russia went to Korea, getting together with his allies and made a defense pact. If America attacks Korea, Russia's going to attack America. If America attack Russia, Korea's going to join in and help Russia to attack America, okay? Look at this, man. All right. Putin is getting prepared, man. Putin is ready for war. He got his nuclear submarines and 4 warships over there by Cuba, right off the coast of Florida. Okay? All right. So you keep poking the bear, man. That's what we need you to do, America. Babylon the Great. Babylon, when you break that down, is confusing, and America breeds nothing but confusion. So verse 7, be thou prepared and prepare for thyself, thou and all thy company that are assembled unto thee, and be thy a guard unto them. So all of these countries, all of these allies of Russia, they're mobilizing. They're getting their wars. They're getting their war equipment together. They got their missiles. They got their ICBMs, and they're ready to take war against America. And they're all going to join forces and attack this whore.
St. Louis Fed. Here is a clip of these remarks by a top Fed official in which he acknowledges that there are growing challenges to the dominance of the US dollar, and in particular, he mentioned some of the geo-economic challenges.
While recognizing that the US dollar may face some challenges to its dominance in the future, we as policymakers are also attuned to the potential financial stability challenges that the current broad use of the US dollar can pose for financial systems in the United States and the rest of the world. For instance, One of those challenges is the complex relationship between the dollar and geoeconomics, commonly defined as the interplay between economic and geopolitical tools and objectives. Rising geopolitical tensions, sanctions against Russia, China's efforts to bolster usage of the renminbi, and economic fragmentation all can affect the international use of the dollar, most visibly as a store of value and reflected in its use in official foreign exchange reserves. These same factors can also affect the dollar's role as a medium of exchange, for example, with its use in trade invoicing, global banking, international debt issuance, and foreign exchange transactions.
Now, this Fed official, Christopher Waller, made similar remarks back in February in a speech at a conference, and the transcript of this was posted also on the Fed website. He noted that, quote, recent commentary warning of a possible decline in the status of the US dollar raises concerns about the effects of sanctions against Russia, US political dysfunction, the rise of digital assets, and China's efforts to bolster usage of the renminbi. Other commentary has warned of geoeconomic fragmentation.